Okay, hello, how's everything? Can you hear me? صوتي واضح يا جماعة؟ إيه الأخبار؟
يس يس دكتور.
شكرا جزيلا. السكرين واضحة عند حضراتكم برضو؟
يس
Okay, perfect. Are you ready to start? جاهزين؟
إن شاء الله.
Yes,
Okay,
إن شاء الله.
thank you so much. طيب دقيقة كمان الناس تدخل لأن في ناس مكلميني على البرايفت بيقولوا لي هندخل دلوقتي I'm waiting. اوكي هير وي جو. المهم كل اللي موجودين اللي منورينا النهارده استاذنكم ورقه وقلم او كشكول وقلم ان صح التعبير. فرجاء بليز فولو ماي ليد. والنهارده يكون عندنا تمارين كتير هنعملها مع بعض وهنجرب حاجات كتير مع بعض. فاتليست جنبك دلوقتي ورقه وقلم او لو في امكانيه يكون معاك نوتس برضو تبقى موجوده جنبك بلس البن مهم جدا. و let's start. Okay, thank you. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مساء الخير على حضراتكم جميعا، يا رب تكونوا بخير وبصحة على العال. This is Dr. Muhammad Aimer. I'm a lecturer in translation and interpreting studies, a full member of the Chartered Institute of Linguists, and this is my phone number. This is also my email address. تقدروا بمنتهى البساطة في أي وقت تتواصلوا معايا عشان لو في أي consultation أو أي service أو أي نصيحة أقدر أقدمها لكل الناس. منوريني وشرفيني، وطبعا كل سنة وحضراتكم طيبين بمناسبة اليوم العالمي للترجمة. اليوم ده احنا بنعمله كل سنة لكن المرة دي فعلا مختلف بشكل كبير under the umbrella of APEX CIOL. وكمان عندنا pros.com، عندنا سين جوزيف يونيفرسيتي. في ناس جميله حاضره معانا المره دي. السنه اللي فاتت كان ايفنت قوي لكن المره دي فعلا اقوى واقوى، واي تراست ان السنه الجايه كمان هيبقى احسن كتير. المهم ان انتم منورينا. انا اخترت الموضوع ده بالذات علشان يمكن كان في شكوى من صعوبه تيكن نوتس او تدوين الملاحظات في الكونسكتيف انتربريتنج. فانا كنت في البدايه ناوي ان انا اتكلم في الكونسكتيف انتربريتنج، ولكن حبيت. Okay, this is important. Is there anyone who doesn't speak Arabic? If so, I'd switch to English, okay? Anyone who doesn't speak Arabic? Please tell now. Should I continue in Arabic or in English? Whatever you want. Interpreters are always ready, and I'm one. So Elsa, English please. Okay, 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 Michal. Okay, okay. Never mind. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I'll speak English. So to start, this is our title. I can take notes, turn into a burden in consecutive interpreting. When I was assigned to give a presentation on this, in the beginning, I thought I can discuss some terms related to consecutive interpreting, but actually it was very important to me that I received a lot of complaints. People are suffering and they have a lot of burdens concerning taking notes, whether in Arabic or in English. However, can I ask you a very important question? Can taking notes, which is an aiding tool in consecutive interpreting, turn into a burden in our market, in our industry? Let us postpone the answer to this question to the end. But first, I'd like to invite you all to a refreshing exercise. This exercise is very important. I'd like you first to look at the following notes I'm giving you, I'm sending you, I'm displaying here. Some notes that I took, my handwriting myself. This is my handwriting from my personal business. And of course, I got the permission from the client itself to publish this and to display this. So every single note will be displayed on screen for 10 seconds each. 10 seconds, so you can count 10 seconds per each note. And I'd like you to answer two main questions. Number one, what field do they belong to? Is it medical? Is it political? Is it diplomatic? Is it healthcare? Is it humanitarian, social, technical, whatever? So you can specify. Number two, define the hotspots the interpreter shed light on. I'm the interpreter, by the way. So I wrote all of these. So what kind of words, expressions, numbers, figures that I shed light on? This is very important. Are you all ready? Please raise your hand if you're ready. All of you. Are you ready? That's great. Here we go. Only three ready? Must have more. More and more and more and more. Please confirm you're here, not just attending. You're also participating with me. Thank you. Yes, raise your hand. Thank you. This is great. Thank you so much. So I'm displaying the first note, and remember, 10 seconds each. Number one, count 10 seconds. Okay, next one, 10 seconds. Third one, 10 seconds. Fourth one, 10 seconds. Fifth one, 10 seconds. Six, 10 seconds. Seventh, 10 seconds. Eighth, 10 seconds. Ninth, and I hope I didn't lose count, 10 seconds. I think the next one is the last one. This is 11th, 10 seconds. And don't know if it's 12 or just 11. Yeah, 12, 10 seconds. Is it 12 or 13? Yeah, 12. Okay, so are you done? So I'll give you 2 minutes to think about two main questions. Number one, what field do they belong to? The notes. You can write your answer on the chat box. Number two, what are the hotspots that I shed light on when I'm taking notes, and after that when I'm giving the delivery or delivering the interpreting? So I'm expecting answers on the chat box in only 1 minute. Just don't open your mic now.
Actually, I'm driving my car, so would I
Uh,
answer through phone?
Mohammed, could you please just write down your answers because we would like to share this together, okay? So
Uh,
no mics now. Thank you. Economic, Omar, economic numbers. Okay. Economic تاني. Okay, again. Nuran said I couldn't read the writing on the majority of them. Yeah, this is intentional, of course. Salsabil. I only got one and I don't even know if it's right. Just write it down. You can guess. You can even guess, okay? Trade war, Habiba. Okay. Michael, in the context of the United Nations system, okay, that's a good guess. Somehow relative. Okay. uh, I think it's economic translation. The hotspots are numbers, names, important terminology. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I'll tell you the truth. Promise. Hagar, numbers, countries, humanitarian. Good guess. That's great. Sarah, uh, what do you mean by Sarah translation? What is that? Political من خلف. Okay. Okay. Nuran, Islamic, because I mentioned some terms related to Islam. This is a good guess, but it's not merely Islamic, by the way. Minnatullah Ahmed, I couldn't guess. Number, titles, dates, time. So, Who would like to tell me that anyone guessed that it's humanitarian? I got like one guess or two. Okay, Michael, you mentioned UN system. It's not that far. UN system, yes, I've been translating to the IOM, the International Organization for Migration, like 2 years ago or 1 year ago. I don't really remember. This is one of the pitfalls of working and interpreting. You can just focus your memory on whatever happens in your business, and then you lose your memory after that. So, the main context is the humanitarian translation or interpreting, and of course, all your guesses concerning the hotspots are all correct. So you mentioned like psychotherapy, yes. Pharmaceuticals, yes. Numbers, titles, dates, time, some politics, yes, of course. Economic, trade, yeah, somehow because of the numbers, you can guess right. Medicine, yes, totally yes. Policy, you mean politics, of course. Um, Numbers, countries, names of persons. So it's pretty important to know that I'm the owner of these notes. So you're not asked, it's not necessary for you to be able to read my own notes. And this is lesson number one. In consecutive interpreting, you are the owner, you are the president, you are the boss, you are the master of your own notes. You can just ask the interpreter next to you, could you please just write or read what I just wrote down on my notes? Of course, even if he is a professional interpreter, he would never be able to read that. So this is lesson number one. You are the only boss and master of your own notes. That's why I chose this particular topic in order to discuss more about taking notes. Okay, so I'd like to invite you all to focus on certain points, on certain ideas that we need to shed light on, because this is very important in consecutive interpreting. But even if you don't have any idea about consecutive interpreting, um, okay, this I think this is a task. This is a definition that you can give me. Can anyone open the mic? Just raise your hand before doing that. Could you please just raise your hand and then open your mic if you'd like to define consecutive interpreting? Habiba, could you please do that in English because we only have English language in
Yes,
here.
doctor. Yes.
Okay, Habiba, go on.
Con- Consecutive interpreting, its interpreter listens carefully to a speaker, takes notes of what he grasps, and then orally transform his notes and what he grasps from one language to another. And I should
Mhm.
have some skills such good memory, strong retention,
Okay,
and careful
perfect.
listening.
Good memory. Do you have good memory, Habiba?
I try.
Thank you. This is a good answer, a sincere one. Okay, you need to know that there is a big difference between consecutive interpreting and simultaneous. Of course, you are facing the audience, and this is the most critical point. The positioning itself is different from simultaneous interpreting. And simultaneous interpreting, you sit in a booth, and this is totally different. So, skill number one, positioning. You are a face-to-face interpreter. You need to have the public speaking skills. This is pretty critical. And we can also dedicate another workshop on this, on public speaking, but it's very important to focus on the idea that you are talking to people, you listen to people, and you're looking in the eyes of people. Number two, you need to keep the appropriate volume and call quality if you are doing this remotely. So appropriate volume, like the volume that you're listening or hearing right now. So I'm clear, it's all nice, it's all clear, it's all appropriate. I'm not high, I'm not low, it's all nice. Pre-session preparation. This is pretty important. We didn't talk about note taking yet, but actually pre-session preparation, like getting into the agenda, getting more information about the topic itself, about the locale, about the location, about the speakers, about their designation, and so on. Knowing the nature of conversation, because actually that's will determine the type of register and the type of style that you're going to use. Is it medical? Is it journalistic, political, diplomatic, whatever the task is. Having a paper and pen or pencil. This is pretty handy. That's why I asked you to bring your notes, your papers and your pen even up front in order to focus more on note taking strategies. Okay. Um, Here, this is a very important explanation of what will happen in taking notes. We got actually two phases. Number one, listening phase, and then reformulation phase. Because actually, a lot of people think that we just listen to people, we take notes, and then we deliver the interpretations. Actually, it's not like that. I know Habiba just gave us the definition, but it's not that simple. It includes a lot of complicated and complex processes. So, number one, in phase number one, which is listening, you have three steps that are very important. Listening carefully to the tiny details given by the speaker. We focus on numbers, on figures, on places, on locales, on percentages, on decimals, on blah, blah, blah. Okay. Memory, working memory. So let me ask you a very important question. How's your memory? How
Like a
is your
fish.
is it good? Good or not? Or average? Just go with average.
I would say average, yeah.
Average. You can tolerate. Okay. Oh, please write this in English, okay? Could you just it's all English all the time tonight because we have attendees who don't speak Arabic, so please make it English. So number two, working memory. And working memory is your short-term memory. It's not the long-term memory. Long-term memory related to your name, your address, your childhood, your education, your job. You can't lose your long-term memory. But actually, short-term memory is made to be erased. For example, if I asked you now, and this is a very quick question, and I want a quick answer. Any one of you, do you remember? And just raise your hand after you know the answer. Just raise your hand, okay? Um, do you remember what you just ate on lunch today? Only one, two, three, four. Ah, this is too few. I don't even recall that. I don't remember. You know why? Shawarma. Okay, good for you, Donia. This is great. Why exactly I asked you about this? It's very important to all of you to know that short-term memory is created to be erased. So it's short for a purpose. It includes just recent incidents, actions that just happened, and after that, they are being regenerated. Like, for example, I don't even recall what I ate yesterday, 2 days before, 3 days before, 4 days before. Actually, it's been deleted, and then we can just store a new information and new ideas. This is what we call short-term memory. So actually, you can imagine yourself in a consecutive interpreting event, and surprisingly enough, you can remember what the speaker just said. You just interpreted, all fine. They just clapped to you, kudos, after 1 hour. Can you remember the exact details of what you just interpreted? Can you do that? And I bet you will never do that. Of course not. Why? Because actually short-term memory is made to be erased. This is what we call working memory. So actually, this is the most important thing that we would like to focus on. Number three, note taking. And we have multiple strategies to follow. Note taking is critical because actually we want to write down certain details that our memory will never be able alone to remember, because actually it's a 50-50 process. 50 on your notes, 50% on your notes, and 50% on your memory. So actually it's not like 100% for your memory, because actually we are humans, we are not machines, we are not artificial intelligence. So it's pretty important to focus on your and to assess and to re-evaluate your own abilities. Okay. Phase number two, which is the delivery phase. Step number one, note reading. Now you're reading your own notes. That's why I started with the exercise concerning my notes reading, and you couldn't. Number two, long-term memory, because actually this is related to the vocab, the terminology that you have been learning since you joined school. I do remember that I started learning English in the fourth class, and after that, I continued my education to the school, preparatory school, secondary school, university, MA, PhD, business life, and so on. This is the accumulated memory style that I built. This is what we call long-term memory. So it includes all the vocab that I know. But excluding the vocab, I just learn it on certain topic that I need to focus on more. So the only difference between long-term memory and short-term memory concerning taking notes is that some terminology, some words, they still having their place, they still having their chairs on the working memory on the short term. They are not eternally, they are not um, for good saved or stored on the long-term memory. So actually, practice is very important to move them into the long-term memory. And finally, target language production. This is the process in which you are going to deliver your interpretation, whether into Arabic or into English. I'm talking about English and Arabic because this is my language there, but this is the most important step in the reformulation phase. Okay, now we have 7 principles, 7 pillars that we need to focus on if you are taking notes. In order to avoid having your notes as a burden, because this is the step that we don't want to be crumbled with. This is what we want to evade. Noting the idea, not the word. So a lot of people, a lot of new trainees and the new interpreters, fresh interpreters, they focus on words. Yes, this word I don't remember. Oh, this word I couldn't recall. No, it's not the word, it's the idea. Because actually, believe me, you will ever forget. I forgot, my professor forgot, you forgot, all of us, we forgot. Because actually, we are under pressure and we are a lot of circumstances that are totally against us. So we note the idea itself, not the word. So the fact that we have 10 good translations, but 10 different texts. This shows that what is important is the translation of the idea, not the word. Because actually, can you compare your translation to another colleague? Which is which is better? Yeah, they are good. Both are good. Both are correct. But we have 2 versions and both are good. So this will make you understand that we only note the idea itself, not the words. So you can express, you can use your own words. Yes, you totally use your own words. Step number 2 or principle number 2, the rules of abbreviation. And we have a lot of exercises on this. Words. If a word has more than 4 to 5, make it 3 for me, letters, the interpreter should note it in an abbreviated format. And it doesn't have to be a formal one. For example, computer. Computer for me, as a formal abbreviation is PC, personal computer. Okay, so no one like abbreviated computer into com or COMB or COM, but actually you can do this because these are all your own notes, so you can totally do whatever you want. Number 2, gender and tense. Gender is easy. She, he, it doesn't matter. So actually you just define the gender. It's no problem. Tense. Tense is where the problem lies. So, how exactly to express the tense of the verb on your notes? Can anyone answer this question? Rab, you just raise your hand or that's from last time? Last time. How to express, how to write down tense of a verb. For example, go, the verb go. So the sentence is went or gone or whatever it is. So how to express this on your notes in order to avoid loss of tense, because actually this will totally change the meaning. So Noura, could you please open your mic?
Maybe we could use different signs to indicate different tenses.
Okay, like what?
Like maybe the past can be an arrow pointing to the right or the left,
Yeah.
and the present as an arrow pointing downwards,
Okay.
and the future an arrow pointing to the right.
Okay, I think this is totally useful. So actually, every one of us has his own school, has his own strategy in writing down tenses. But actually, for me, an arrow to the left is like in the past. To the bottom, down, an arrow down can be in the present tense, and to the right can be in the future. I think these are the three main tenses that we need to focus on. And number three, which is pretty critical, is register. Wherever possible, please, we must abbreviate by using a word which conveys the same meaning but is shorter. Please focus on this. This is pretty critical. I'd like to stop sharing this file, and there is another file that I'd like to show you. Uh, Here we go. I'm just sharing the screen right now. Don't worry. Here we go. Please tell me if you can see this. Okay, is it displayed now?
Yeah, we
Max,
can see.
Thank God. Thank you. Okay, so um, if you refer back to this particular table, you can find out that there are some words that are very easy, they are very simple. You can turn into just symbols, not abbreviations. For example, look at this one, increase. For example, this verb increase, like this arrow going up, decrease the other way around, equal like this, man like this, woman like this. This is universal. But actually, do we have a dictionary or a glossary that focuses mainly on giving notes or abbreviations and symbols to all words that we all speak about? Of course not. You need to create your own. That's why I invite you to create your own symbols, but this is just a reference. For example, the word government, you can just do this, or just using the abbreviation GOV. GOV for me is government, of course, or governor, or governorate. Oh, this is going nowhere. So development, yes, this one. If you're not convinced with this, you can just write down DEV. DEV is development. Okay, opportunity, responsibility like this. But please make sure you remember this, because you are again and again and again, you are the only boss of your own notes. Okay, agreement, international, recommendations, and so on. So the list is tall and long. Again, other suggestions: increase, development, again and again and again, policy. So actually, we have multiple choices. You can just choose whatever you want. Um, International, this one, international. Yeah, I love this one. An instruction, like this one. Development, uh, an arrow up. Necessary, plus. Problematic, like a cursed arrow like this. So I invite you now to go on a tour with me on this particular book concerning some suggested symbols for main verbs that we use in our everyday discussions, because actually you will find this in conversation with the speakers, their speeches, their presentations, and so on. So when they say words like say, state, declare, tell, you can just write the quotation marks. See, observe, watch, notice, read, like this, like an eye, or someone who's looking or seeing. If you'd like to say like want, desire, feel, love, and like, heart. And if you hate, this is the total opposite. If you hate, it's like slash on the heart. Mail, send, process, present, file, an envelope like this. This is not an envelope. This is just a square. Yeah, whatever you want, whatever you want. Okay. Eat, devour, kiss, and taste, like a mouth, like this. By the way, this is my own handwriting. I'm very bad at this. My handwriting is very bad, but actually, again and again and again, this is my own notes. This is pretty important. I'm the boss of this. So yes, it's crabby, but I can read this. I can decipher this. Telephone, call, contact, sign, initial, whatever, leave, exit, get out. Here we come, enter, come in. So actually, you can just refer to the symbols in here. So again with money is very important here, because actually we're mentioning a lot of numbers, figures, and uh, things that are related to statements. Pay, purchase, buy, spend, consume, the international or the universal sign in here. Run, escape, get away, wait, set a timer, clock or a clock. So you'd like to express what time is it and so on. Um, Down in here, if you'd like to turn a person's into symbols, a woman, female, she, a madame, miss or misses, like this. Man is lying. Man is lying down, always lying down. Baby, marriage, like two circles entangled. Husband, you can just guess this one. You can just I don't know if Zoom allows you to do this down. Don't know, but you can just write it down on your notes. Wife, she or mother, family, people. Okay, we have a lot of chats. Okay. Okay, thank you. I'll answer your question. I promise. I will never leave before answering um all your questions. Don't go away. Okay, family and people, pregnant. You can see this pregnant woman, daughter and son. When you turn in times and tenses into symbols like this one, night, dark, evening. We have day, you have this um raise, time, period, duration, timing, like this circle. It's not a condition, this is just a guideline. You can be totally unconvinced with this. It's totally up to you. But this is just a guideline. Wound, wounded, bruise, bruised, injury, injured, sick, patient, blood, bleeding. So you can see this. This is a drop of blood. Prescription. This is the medical and healthcare um, fields. Stitches, bandage, dead, deceased, or passed away, like this one. A psychiatry, allergy. I combined the main fields of medicine, like allergy, cardiology, colon and rectal surgery, dermatology, whatever you want. So actually, this is just a guideline. Um, it's not mandatory. You can just make your own. So it's just a guideline. You can just make your own. This is a book of mine and I combined all of these. This is from my own notes. If you find this useful, you can just use them, or you can just create your own. Okay, internal medicine, neurology, and so on. So blah 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 blah. Turning feelings and emotions into symbols, like happy, pleased, satisfied, and contented, like this one, happy face. Grumpy face, unhappy, sad, dissatisfied, and depressed, and of course grumpy. Maniac, lunatic, crazy, like this crazy person. Asleep, lazy, peaceful, calm, and kind, like this one. Tired, exhausted, fatigued, angry, mad, and nervous, afraid and wounded. Sorry, worried. Uh, Turning real estate into symbols. This is the house, bathroom, because actually, if you're describing a certain apartment or a flat to a procurer or someone who's going to buy an apartment like this one, bathroom, bedroom, kitchen, dining room, reception, living room, door, window, turning relations between even especially numbers, equal, same, identical, different, uneven, diversified, similar, and so blah blah blah. Questions. This is pretty important. Question, inquiry, inquisition, interrogation, answer, response, respond, reply, all of it. And even here with the tenses, present, past, and future. This is my own. Okay, I'm stopping this share and I'm moving to the file again, the PPT file. Okay, here we go. Just tell me when exactly you see the PPT file. Is it displayed yet? It's displayed. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So links, and I don't mean links like hyperlinks. I mean contradictory or confirming. If you are writing down links between sentences or ideas, um, like Uh, Nuran, this is my book. It will be published very soon in only a few days. So you get it from the publisher. It includes all of these. Okay, I'll talk about the book by the end of the session, and you can just refer back to it. So links. So if your sentence starts with a moreover, addition, in addition to, additionally, furthermore, something like that, and you can just add like a plus simple. What if your sentence starts with although, in spite of, yet, but, something like that? It's contradictory, so it's an X. So you can just put the links between ideas. This is very important in order to make sure that you keep the coherence and cohesion between ideas and sentences on your notes. Okay, because you can just guess the relation between ideas. This is totally different. Negation, negation and emphasis. Negation, yeah, it's more of the links. Like actually, if you're using but and yet, it's also a cross, and the emphasis is plus. But actually, you need to keep in mind that you know the difference between the negation, emphasis, and of course the last point, which is the links. So please focus more on this. 6.6 principle, which is pretty important, verticality. Verticality means that we need to put our notes on a vertical way. That's why I ask you to bring a paper and a pen. So please, on your paper, do you have your pen on hand, please? I want you to draw a vertical line that puts your paper into two vertical halves. Okay? Did you just do that? Please draw a vertical line. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Tessany. Thank you. Okay. So let me ask you a very important question. When we take notes, whether you're taking them in Arabic or in English, it doesn't matter. Will you start from right or left? The right column or the left column, and why? Please justify this. Could you just raise your hand before answering this? Do we start taking notes from left or hand, or from left to or right? Left. Why, Malak? Why? Are you just used to do that or what? English left, Arabic right. Okay. Is it related to language? You think so? Ala Osama or Ala Osama, please. I'm sorry if you are Ala or Ala.
Yes, لا. I
Ala.
think from if we are translating from English to Arabic, I think we should put the note in
On the right side?
the left side, because
Left side if it's English, okay?
it's English to Arabic. So we
Yeah.
are going to write our notes from the left, because we are trying to indicate the English facts that we are listening to. So we are
Actually, this depends mainly on the notes that you're taking. Ala, are you a consecutive interpreter?
no, I'm not interpreter yet. I'm just a translator.
You'll be a brilliant interpreter one day, inshallah, I'm pretty sure. So,
Thank
if
you.
you are delivering in Arabic, if you're giving Arabic, will your notes be in Arabic or in English?
Actually, I did it before, so I
Yeah.
think I put it in both in Arabic and English.
Yeah,
يعني
you mixed.
yes, I started
You
from the
mixed.
left. I don't
Was
hear
it
you.
comfortable? Was it comfortable to you?
Actually, it was a little bit missing, but
Yeah.
يعني that's just one time I did it.
Okay. I'll get back to you. Okay.
Okay,
Catherine,
thank you.
could you please open your mic?
If I'm taking if the speaker is English and I'm taking the notes in English, so
Yeah.
I always take it from the left, because I'm trying to focus on the note taking, and then the delivery will be in Arabic. But in Arabic, I have to, because again I'm taking the notes from
On the right
Arabic,
side.
so I just, yeah, because it makes sense.
So another important question, Catherine, whether you are delivering Arabic or English. If you're now delivering into Arabic, okay? So you're speaking Arabic, okay?
Yeah.
What language are you writing your notes in?
I write in English because I cannot focus on taking notes and translating at the same time.
Even if you're delivering Arabic.
Yeah.
Okay, so long story short, that you are the master and boss of your own notes. You can just write in English or in Arabic, or like Ala just did, mix. The most important point is that you are comfortable with this, but we have two main strategies. Number one, please, whether you are giving your interpretation in Arabic or in English, please start from left. Always. Doctor, I'm giving my notes in. Yeah, I know. You're writing them in Arabic. I know. Start from left. You know why? This is a psychology trick. Because our eyes are accustomed to read from left much easier than from right. Okay, this is one problem solved. Another question. Do we write our notes, take our notes vertically or horizontally? And please justify. Huh? Vertically. Catherine, why? Because a lot of people can find it.
Because it's easier,
Ah.
because the eye cannot just read something very long. But then if it's short, your eye just takes one thing
Even
per
if
sentence,
our human
so
languages,
per line,
main
yeah.
human languages can be read from just horizontally, not vertically, even if. Yes, thank you so much. This is pretty important. Yes, our minds, our eyes are accustomed to read vertically way easier than, and simpler, even simpler than horizontally. So please, whatever the language is, whatever you're left-handed or right-handed, please do it vertically. So start from left side and then you can go vertically. So actually, I'd like also to advise you to, in only one line, you can just write 3 abbreviations or 3 symbols, max. It can be 2, it can be 1, but please make it vertical. Make it vertical. Why? Because together with shift, they form the backbone of a note-taking system described by Rosen. Rosen, he's the person who bought the universal system of taking notes. Okay, so we have 2 principles. Number 1, stacking. You know what stacking is? Placing different elements of the text above or below one another, like in a list. It's a list, like he, she, it, went, go, you, and I, am, blah 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 blah. It's like stacking. It's like a list. If you are short-sighted like me, Buras, so you can just put it in brackets or to go like diagonally, and this will get us to the next slide. Shifting. It means writing notes in a place or a lower line where they would have appeared had the text on the line above had been repeated. For example, you know a diagonal shape? It's like I just showed you or displayed some notes from my business, actually like this one. So I'm not stacking all of this information all together on one list. It's not like that. I'm just putting this on a diagonal shape and then referring with arrows to the relation between words and ideas. This is the ultimate and most successful way to take notes. Okay, so one can ask me, doctor, you just advised us to draw a line on the to separate this into 2 vertical halves. Actually, it's already done, but you can see the space on because actually this is a very small note, so it's already divided into 2 vertical halves. Okay, so we got the 7 principles. Make sure you follow all of them precisely, please. This is very important. Listening skills. Yes, it's mainly about listening. It's mainly about listening as much as it's also mainly about public speaking skills. Number 1, attention. Attention and focus on meaning. Attention. It's like a lot of people are talking on the side, people are chatty, there's a phone ringing, it doesn't matter. Even one is knocking on the door, it doesn't matter. Please pay attention to the speaker. He is the only giver of the information. So pay attention, pay direct attention and deep attention to the speaker. Number 2, focus on meaning, not on the words. Focus on meaning. You can just reformulate the sentence. You are not required to give the same sentence in the same verbatim, please. You can just reformulate or rephrase the sentence in order to deliver the meaning, which is the most important skill. Comprehension. Yes, if you totally lost the meaning, please ask the speaker again and again to repeat that. Could you please just revisit what you just said? Could you please say it again? It's always polite and it's always necessary. Analysis and evaluation. Analyze what's being said. You can chunk, you can divide the information and evaluate. Evaluate. What if there are other words that you don't know the meaning of? You can just, you will evaluate your own abilities to take notes. Responding means delivery, and remembering what is being just said. But after 5 minutes, you will find this not handy at all because you just lost the short-term memory, as I mentioned before. Message analysis. This is a pretty important skill. Fundamental message analysis takes place when you understand the message itself or get the gist, because, and I reiterate this, you are not required to give the same sentence in the same verbatim. It's not like that. We are not translators, we are interpreters, and you can differentiate between translate and the interpreted in the dictionary. Interpret means explain. Interpret means explain. So you are required and asked to explain, not to just give the translation. Number two, which is pretty critical, the method usually has a main idea and sub-ideas. Number one, the man talked about himself. He mentioned his name and his age. This is the main idea. Sub-ideas like, I came here to give this workshop on blah, 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 blah. This is some idea that you can just guess because you already know the topic of the workshop. But his name, can you guess the man's name? Of course not. Can you guess his age? Of course not. Can you guess his origins or date of birth or something like that? This is the main idea that you need to remember. These groupings of words should be considered at the lexical level. Like, for example, if I said my name is Muhammad Aimer, you can just say Muhammad Omar. You need to focus on the lexical level because actually you can guess. If you guessed, it's either correct or right. There is no space for giving information that are not accurate. Syntactic structure. Look at this. The first sentence that says, look at this, you can read this together. You can eat most of your Fitbit daily calories or might have to increase the number depending on your level of activity. So actually, if I tried to rephrase this particular sentence, I can say you can consume the amount of daily calories indicated by your Fitbit, or you might have to consume more calories depending on your level of physical activity. This is the type of paraphrasing that I'd like you to get invited to. So it's not like you can eat most of your daily calories. It's not verbatim. It's not direct like this. You need to give yourself a space, brain space, mind space in order to be more creative. Okay. This is an example of what we would like to have our notes to be like. For example, in a nutshell, how to convert this into an abbreviation or a symbol. In a nutshell, we are ruling out cancer. The patient pulled through. We are going to nip it in the bud. Nip it in the bud. It's raining cats and dogs, the universal one. It's raining cats and dogs. So this exercise you can do on your notes, and it's pretty easy to do. You are the boss and master of your own notes. I will ever repeat this. This is pretty important. Okay, memory retention, and please focus on this. A lot of people suffer from brain rot because we keep watching TikTok, browsing reels, shorts, short videos. We can't stand reading a whole novel, a whole book. We can't stand watching a documentary, watching a TV series. You can't stand watching something that's long to read it. So because your short-term memory is being rotted because you're watching reels all the time. That's why your information that you need to hold on for a brief period of time is too few. That's why we need to train our brains, and that's why I invite you all to do 2 minute exercises at home. How short is the short video? It's not like TikTok, as long as it's way longer than this. At least 5 minutes. If you can't stand watching 5 minutes in a whole, you have a serious problem that can be solved. By the way, it's not that bad. But if you kept watching reels and shorts, this is pretty dangerous to your memory, to your ability to think, ability to analyze, ability to provide critical analysis, because you keep moving from sorrow to Quran to Bible to dancing to singing to a lot of feelings. This is a shower of feelings. We won't avoid this. Okay, it's pretty critical in our business. Short-term memory, I invite you all, I've been saying this, I invite you all to download an application that's called WordUp. I have been talking about this for years. WordUp is pretty important, and you don't have to pay for it. By the way, it's paid. It's paid. Okay, I know that, but you can just get the trial version from time to another. I'd like to write it down. WordUp. Like this one, WordUp, the purple one. Because if you logged into your Play Store, you can find a lot of applications with the same name. But WordUp, the purple one. So download it, and it shows some words on the screen, and you can measure 2 main things. Number one, how quick you've been able to remember that word. Just a word. For example, development. Yeah, I know the word development. It was easy and quick for me. The most important point, which is practice number 2. Do you remember that development means تنمية in Arabic? So, in your own language, you can just remember and say the equivalent in your language, again in your language, but how quick you've been. Okay, so this is an exercise that you can do every single day instead of just watching TikTok or shorts or something like that. You can just download the application and do this. Another thing that is that's very important, podcast. Podcast will get you more into the second language, and I mean podcast. You can listen to audio files in your second language. For me, it's English. So it's not in Arabic. It's in English. If you would like to develop your memory in Arabic as well, you can just listen to podcasts in Arabic, but it's mainly about English because this is your second language. Okay. Okay. Some exercises related to effective memory and developing accuracy and completeness. Number 1, memorization process that actually includes encoding, storage, and retrieval. You're encoding like I'm keeping this information on my memory or writing them down on the notes. You are the one who's making the decision. Okay, it's 50-50. So what 50 goes where? Okay, so encoding. Number 2, storage. Yes, I'm keeping this information to my mind because it's not a number, it's not a figure, it's not a name, it's nothing like that. I can just guess. Even if I lost memory, I can guess. Okay, retrieval, your ability to connect between the 50% on your memory and the 50% on your notes. Strategies to recall information. I like drawing. Yeah, I like it so much. I like abbreviation. So this is what we call visualization. You can just put it down on your notes, or you can just visualize what's being said. If you're a semiotician, do you know anything about semiotics? Semiotic is a branch of linguistics that focuses on the meaning of symbols and signs and related to language, but of course, one of the main branches of linguistics. You can just visualize what is being said. For example, if I said, hello, you don't know me, of course. I'm Dr. Muhammad Aimer, and I'm a lecturer in specialized translation and interpreting at Egyptian Russian University. So you can imagine and visualize a man with glasses. I don't wear on my glasses, by the way. Wearing a suit, holding a bag, driving a car, going to university, teaching students, something like that. You're visualizing me. So whatever you're saying, you need to visualize it. It's very important. Sound repetitions. Yes, sound repetitions, because actually this will go down on your notes. For example, the word please, it's not like P-L-E-A-S-E, no, it's not like that. P-L-Z, just avoid the repetitions. Chunking information. Yeah, this is also critical. Chunking information. It's not like giving a whole big information as one piece. It's not like, this is Dr. Aimer, I'm a lecturer in translation and interpreting. I work at the Egyptian Russian University. And if I kept saying this and moving from one information to another, and you kept storing this 50-50 between your notes and and also your memory, you lose some details, some tiny details. So please, you can chunk the information by 2 ways. Number 1, you can just write down main ideas or main tiny details, and please make sure you stop the speaker when you are tired. When it's totally impossible to remember all that. You can just say, could you please just hold on while I give the interpretation? This is also your right to do. Summarizing important items. Yeah, it's all about summarizing, by the way. If you got a lot of information, if there is a speaker who is a chatty like me, yeah, I know I'm chatty. I talk a lot. You can, if you're interpreting this after me, you're totally allowed to summarize this to give a synopsis of what's being said. Focusing on keywords. What are the keywords that I'm using today? Consecutive interpreting, taking notes, memory, long term, short term, accuracy, cohesion, something like this. Okay. Next step, note taking turning into interpreting. It's a wide method to remember information that is typically stored in our short-term memory. You need to focus more and more on this. This is just a method. It's not critical every single time that you go into an round of interpreting that you take notes. No, we don't do this every single time. It's not like, hello, I'm Catherine and I'm your teacher. What type of notes are you taking right now? You just listen to just a tiny sentence. You can just say, hello, so and so and so. It would come. Okay, so it's pretty important to do so. And interpreting is a skill that needs to be developed and practiced. And a lot of students tell me, Doctor, I don't feel I'm good at this. Of course you're not. Of course you're not. You're just taking your first steps. Please, this takes hell of years, hell of effort. Please keep practicing, keep committing mistakes and pitfalls. This takes years of hard work and dedication. It's also necessary to become comfortable when consecutive interpreting mode in order to be perfect not taking skills. This means you need to provide yourself with a standard concerning what you're going to do in the future. I'm going to be a legal interpreter, a healthcare interpreter, medical interpreter, police interpreter, community interpreter. This will allow you to get more into information that you need to develop in the future. Why do we take notes? This is also a critical question to answer. We need to focus on some unfamiliar words. Yeah, we meet a lot of words that are unfamiliar to us. So please, this is the thing that we are totally afraid of. So unfamiliar words. What do we do with unfamiliar words? So if you met a word that you are totally unfamiliar with, what should you do? Guess, drop, skip, salsabil. Salsabil, you'd like to answer this?
No, sir, I was just clicking by wrong.
Do you know the answer?
I would
You
find
got
the equivalence, something.
you don't have an equivalent. Okay, let me challenge you. You don't have an equivalent. You don't even understand the word.
I don't know, trying to understand the context, just
The context around it. Thank you so much. This is a good answer. The context itself. You have common sense that no other person has. So this is pretty important. So you can just guess from where? From the context itself. Revolve around the meaning itself, and you can just guess the meaning. Okay. Numbers, yes. Always take notes of numbers, dates, dosage if you're a medical or healthcare interpreter. Proper names like, yeah, I work at the IOM and I then moved it to the UNHCR, and just mention abbreviations of proper names. Okay, so please, this is critical. On remote interpreting, if you're taking notes on remote interpreting, you will sitting in front of a screen just like me right now. You have your notes on your right side or your left side, whatever you want. And if you're doing this all over the phone, and this is the typical setting of taking notes on remote interpreting, you don't have any visual cues. You can just visualize. You can hold the microphone or hold it on your ears and then write down whatever you want. And so actually you're using both hands. What are we taking? Main ideas, links between ideas, and verb tense. If you just excluded every single detail, please focus on these three details. Main idea, main idea, main idea, links. Because actually, please don't confirm an idea that's being contradictory. Please, this will be total disaster. Links, adding, confirming, or just a contradictory thing. Okay, verb tense. Did it happen in the past, present, or will happen in the future? Please, this is critical. What and when exactly? Not appropriate. Yeah, we don't take notes every single time, by the way. In highly emotional charged conversation where paralanguage cannot be easily noted down. And I do remember every single time I go to the IOM, the International Organization for Migration, a lot of people can cry. You can't just write down they are crying. Yeah, whatever the language is, they are crying. It's clear. So don't write feelings. When discourse is not logical and thoughts are disconnected, it's like and I went to year school English library. If you try to take notes of what I just said, you will never be able to create an idea because actually you didn't understand. When conversation is happening between more than two people and the interpreter may need to switch to simultaneous mode. Yes, this happens every single time if we have a group of people in escort interpreting and they all like talking the whole time. They are not talking in turns. So actually, it's also important to turn into simultaneous mode because this will help you avoid taking notes and wasting time. And finally, when interpreter is standing for a long period of time, yeah, and we stand for a hell long period of time in a procedure where interpreter has to wear gear for infection control, for example, or doesn't have access to note taking if you don't have your own notes. If you got to a military region and you can't use your own notes or your phones, you in this particular point you are not taking notes and you are giving summary or a synopsis of what's being said. Okay. And finally, I promise, I know this has been too much, but I promise this is the last slide. Note taking in what language? Interpreter can choose to take notes in the source or the target. Actually, this has been a dilemma for all interpreters. I'm mixing, by the way. I'm mixing between Arabic and English, and it's been great for me. I'm comfortable to this. But the most important point is that you can just produce a sentence in English that doesn't include any word from Arabic. I do remember once upon a time I just said, and then they created the مجموعة and then they assigned an Arabic word inside English sentence. Code switching is totally forbidden in our job. And finally, sign language interpreters will take notes in the spoken language. This is related to sign language interpreters as usual. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Minna. This is pretty understandable. Of course. Okay. I just finished the presentation. And I hope you liked it. And I hope I changed some perceptions and concepts related to consecutive interpreting and taking notes. Taking notes can be a burden, yes, if you're taking them the wrong way. And they can be a great aiding tool if you master them. But actually, again and again, this will take hell of years, dedication, hard work. You never cease practicing. This is critical.
For the
Elsa,
yeah.
Elsa, are
Yes,
you there? Hello,
I
Elsa.
am here. Hey,
Let me get my camera on. Hello, Elsa.
hello there. Can
Yeah,
you hear
pretty
me
fine,
well?
thank you. Happy ITD.
Same to you, Dr. Amir, and same to every single one of you. Thank you so
Thank you
much
so
for
much.
being here.
Okay, I just promised the folks that I will never leave without answering all the questions. Could just give me the only few minutes to answer the questions.
Sure,
I
sure,
think some questions are repeated, so it's I'll not consume time. So
of course.
concerning memory games, yes, this is the most important point. Memory games, yes, you can just log into your Play Store. There are a lot of memory games. You can just write them, write down memory games or brain games, and you can download them, and then you start playing, but only in your spare time or leisure time. This is totally like Sudoku. Like I have a very good game that's called Brain Rush. This is a very interesting one. Um, Another question. Where can we download this PDF as a reference? Nuran, I've answered this question. This is my book, by the way. This is a book that will be published very soon by Octob, by publishing and distribution in Egypt. And it includes every single thing that I know about interpreting. Side, consecutive, simultaneous interpreting. So it will be a surprise to all interpreters and interpreting students. Pray for me because actually this will be, I want it to be a boom and inshallah, it will. Inshallah. So I'll tell you more information about it on my social media. Um, don't forget to send us your this is not from me. Okay. I'm the presenter. I'm not sending my name. Folks, do you have any questions? Questions, suggestions?
You have the last few seconds to ask your questions.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. It's an honor. Okay, Elsa, I think we're done.
Amazing. Perfect. And yes, this is a wrap up for our event and for this beautiful workshop. Not only a beautiful workshop, but golden nuggets. It's gold. I've been listening, and everyone here in the team was also listening very well to what you were saying, Dr. Muhammad. We always learn that much and so much more
Thank you.
from
My
you. And
pleasure
of course,
always.
there will be much more. Always,
Thank you
always a
so much,
pleasure,
Elsa.
Dr.
It's
Muhammad.
always a pleasure.
And always. And what else? What else? Don't forget that we have a raffle that you can participate in, for which you can also have a lot of surprises and a lot of wins. Tomorrow we will be declaring the name of the winner, but for there, I just wanted to clarify again what the raffle conditions are: to tag us while you're participating in that event, to tag us on all your social media, to tag all the organizers, so that you can enter the raffle. And also don't forget the quiz as well. So tomorrow is your last day. Take this opportunity as fast as you can. And also, of course, all those who participated with us will have like special discounts for everything that is coming up. And I'm telling you, this is going to be dynamite. I would highly suggest you to stay tuned, because it's not going to be anything you've seen before. So stay tuned. And we are here, very happy to have you, very happy to continue with you on this journey. And yeah, that's all for now, but I would like to wish you a beautiful ITD, and have a wonderful day, have a wonderful celebration, and let's stay in touch.
Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye, everyone.